So we are reading from Adi-Lila, chapter 1. Have we finished? Chapter 1, we are on text 48. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nevopayanti apachitam kavayastavesha brahma yusapi kritam riddha mudha smarantaha yo antar bahistano britam ashubham vidhuvan acharya chaitya papusha swagatim vyaknakti. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with the prolonged lifetime of Brahma, for you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Supersoul, to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.29.6 was spoken by Sri Uddhav after he heard from Sri Krishna all necessary instructions about yoga. So in Bhagavatam Canto 11, Krishna is giving instructions to Uddhav, which is called as the Uddhav Gita, means instructions given to Uddhav. And there Uddhav is saying that we are so much indebted to you, my dear Krishna, because to bring us back home, you're guiding us in two ways. One, you're guiding us as the Paramatma in each and everyone's heart. He's always telling us that come back, come back. And then externally, he's the Acharya, the true Guru, the representative of Krishna. Not anyone, not anybody who just takes a title of Acharya, but a true Acharya. So that's why we should be so grateful to Krishna, because if he wouldn't come, if he wouldn't send his representative, then how would we know about him? How would we know who we are? How would we get out of this material world? How would we be able to go back home? We would still continue living here unlimitedly. Okay? Can you imagine that? With no hope of getting out of here. So we are should be so grateful to Krishna. Next 49. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. This verse of the Bhagavad Gita 10.10 clearly states how Govinda Dev instructs his bona fide devotee. So Govinda Ji, he's the one who gives us instructions to engage in devotional service. The process of self-realization, the process of God realization. The Lord declares that by enlightenment in theistic knowledge, he awards attachment for him to those who constantly engage in his transcendental loving service. This awakening of divine consciousness enthralls a devotee who thus relishes his eternal transcendental mellow. So then, Krishna says in 10.10 that to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love. So what is he saying? That we should constantly engage in bhakti, serve Krishna. How? With love. And then what does he do? He will give the understanding to us. We cannot get the understanding of ourselves because this knowledge is in a descending process. It comes from Krishna. If I just think, yes, I'm the soul, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not speaking it. That's a big difference. A person who is actually situated on the platform of the soul, they feel different. We are here right now thinking we are the body. So then, such an awakening is awarded only to those convinced by devotional service about the transcendental nature of the personality of Godhead. So Krishna gives that understanding. He gives the divine consciousness. They know that the supreme truth, the all spiritual and all powerful person is one without a second and has fully transcendental senses. So what does a pure devotee know? Pure devotee, first of all, who is the supreme truth? Truth means something that can't change, not a relative truth. There are so many relative truths, that's current to us. Right now, COVID is a relevant truth to us. And so we all have to act in that way to protect ourselves. But after 100,000 years, nobody would even be speaking about COVID, History would be all different by then. Nobody has history of 100,000 years. And then, so who's the supreme truth? Is Krishna, all spiritual and all powerful person. So we have seen that there are powerful people. They are great warriors, great wrestlers. But who's all powerful? That's Krishna. There's no one more powerful. He is one without a second. Means God is only one. There is no many gods, not that you are God, I'm God, and all of us are big blob of God. No, God is only one. He has no competitor. And he has fully transcendental senses. His senses are Sat, Chid, Ananda, not like this material body that we have. So he is the fountainhead of all emanations. From Krishna comes all the incarnations, all the expansions. Such pure devotees, always merged in knowledge of Krishna and absorbed in Krishna consciousness, exchange thoughts and realizations. As great scientists, exchange their views and discuss the results of their research in scientific academies. So what does pure devotees do when they meet? What do they talk about? They don't talk about the stock market or the oil price. What do they talk? They are merged. What? In talking about Krishna, pastimes of Krishna, how to give Krishna consciousness to others. They're exchanging their thoughts, their views. And then Prabhupada is giving example, just as the great scientists. We've seen there's so many seminars of scientists and all that, where everybody's bringing out, oh, this is the research I've done, this is what I found out. So the devotees, they exchange their realizations. Such exchanges of thoughts in regard to Krishna give pleasure to the Lord, who therefore favors such devotees with all enlightenment. So when we engage in Krishna Katha, Krishna gets pleased. And then when he's pleased, he gives the divine consciousness to the devotee. Is that okay? So that's why Krishna Katha is so important. So let's stop here because of time constraint. We'll stop here for today for Caitanya Caritamrita. Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.